Paranoid Radio.
Kiss. Keep it simple, stupid.
Paranoid. Tell me, boy.
I'm paranoid. I'm paranoid. I'm paranoid. Bitch, I'm paranoid. I'm paranoid. I'm paranoid. I'm paranoid. Bunch of paranoid.
Testicles, 1, 2, testicles. That is right, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the show. This is Paranoid Radio Podcast, and I'm your humble host, Trebles Garcia. And I'm excited to let you know that this is going to be the third installment this week. And to do so, we're bringing the fucking rising star, Flash and Flashy_News 1 on a Flashy Friday emergency broadcast episode dropping right fucking now. Welcome back to the show. For the people that do not know, Flash from Flashy_News 1 has an amazing Instagram account that's blowing the fuck up right now. Huge following. But aside from the following, he has great content, dropping amazing bombs of truth. He's not afraid of the video content. He fucking tells you all the shit straight up with the truth, facts, receipts, a hardcore patriot Trumper, and also a father, business owner, and a good fucking human being overall. Flash and Flash_News 1, welcome back to the show.
Yo, thank you, brother. Thank you for the intro, man. I'm ready to do it. Got a lot to talk about. And yeah, man, let's get it, bro.
That's right. For the people that are not really related with you or that are just tuning into the show that want to get a little bit about you, please let them know. You're growing a following here too. A lot of the people that we're collaborating with, like Chef and Bodigos and a lot of other people that are seeing there, you're catching some attention from these podcasters, and they're going to be hitting you up to be on their show pretty soon. You want to give them a little bit about yourself before we start?
Yeah, absolutely. Shout out to them, bro. I'm actually talking to them in DMs right now. We're trying to set something up for me to go on there. Very appreciative of that. Yeah, man, I'm in upstate New York. Small business owner. I'm a father. I'm a fiance to a beautiful woman, and my son is 4 years old. And we're just trying to keep our heads above water, man, and spread the truth as much as we can.
That's right. Not very different from you and I, not very different from the listeners, so we could all relate. Now, all right, Flash, let's not take up a lot of time. For the people that may not know, we're recording this mobile. I'm at work right now on my lunch break, dog, recording this shit because this is how important this shit is. I'm fucking multitasking, making sure that the fucking the content's getting pumped out. But most importantly, we're getting the information out to the people that are not really caught up. For the people that are barely waking up, the fucking Democrats that are still stuck between the middle, this is the time to fucking choose. Now, let's start the conversation. I know you got a huge lead. I want to start with the fucking Biden crime family, the press conference. Let's start with that shit, dog. Let's go.
So, yeah. It was so important that this happened, and this goes back to the importance of winning the House, because this never would have happened if the Republicans didn't win the House. And even though we have a slim majority, it doesn't matter, because now we have the right people in the right situations. And since it is a small majority, the MAGA Republicans have a lot of leverage, because there's only I think there's only like a 7 majority vote, and so if 5 don't want, or 7 of them don't agree, then they can't pass nothing. So now this is why they're making concessions. So yesterday there was a press conference, 9 a.m.
This is on 5/10, on the 10th of May, press conference. Right, a lot of people missed it.
Yeah. And it's because it's funny because CNN didn't pick it up. It was only Fox News that picked it up, because so what came out was pretty much every single thing that we've been talking about on this podcast, what I've been screaming about for the last, several years, ever since Joe Biden got into the race and we started digging into his past. And it's not just Hunter Biden. This is the thing. The media wants to make it seem like this is all about Hunter Biden. Oh my God, who cares? It's just his son, this and that. Listen, what was laid out in that press conference was very, very specific, very simple. And it's you can't not. It's provable. There's receipts.
Detailed.
Right?
Yes.
Bank records. Okay. So these are things that they never said that they tried to get from Trump, that they got from Trump, but there was nothing ever in them. That's why you never heard about him again. Just like his taxes. Whatever happened to that? They got the taxes. Now that they got him, there's no. So before they got him, they could spend all this conspiracy theories, what might be in them. Then he made them work for it. Once he gave it to him, that's it. It's not been in the news since. So so now Joe Biden couldn't even get through a basic congressional investigation. So Trump has been through all of the ringers. All of 3 other agencies have gone into Trump's all shit. Now with Biden, all we had to do is look at some bank records. And then, so what these bank records lay out is very simple. When Joe Biden was vice president, his son, Hunter Biden, opened at least 16 LLCs, right? Essentially
shell companies. Yeah.
Now the Bidens don't sell anything. So this argument that, Trump made business deals in Saudi Arabia. Yeah, Trump has a brand. Okay, he's a global ambassador of the Trump organization and the Trump hotels. He had that before he was president. All Biden has is his political last name and his influence and power since he was a senator, vice president, blah, blah, blah. So Hunter Biden was obviously the bag man in the crime family. So Hunter Biden so he opened all of these LLCs, right? And then these LLCs were paying not only Hunter Biden, but 9 other Biden family members, all the way from ex-wives, current wives, grandchildren. Okay, 10-year-old grandchildren have bank accounts from these LLCs with hundreds of thousands of dollars in them. Okay, so this is money laundering 101. So this is why Joe Biden go through a tax return to become president, because it's all tied up in his other family members. So this is what's important about, if you want to run for office, all of your family members should have to go through.
Talk about taking advantage of the tax code as well, right?
Come on, bro. It's like everything they accuse. You know what I mean? They're all doing everything they accuse Trump of doing. We all know that now. So now what's so important though is that now we have the receipts. So all of these things that we've been talking about was just legitimized yesterday on live television in front of the world. And so what Hunter Biden was doing was he was getting money from places like Romania, China, Ukraine, Kazakhstan, and then not just any Chinese communist government officials. So not just like some random Chinese, and anybody that makes money in China, they're working with the government. Like the government has its hand in everything. So anytime it's an energy company in China, that's the Communist Party. It's not just some random.
They're controlled by the government as well. There's always
100%. It's not like we have private companies here. They don't have that. They have a government. Everything. It's communism. So we're following the money, right? So now this was just 4 banks out of the 12 banks that the Bidens have been using for the last 10 years. And now, so this what's specific about this is the dates. So it was from when he was vice president until he left office. Okay, that's when these LLCs were open. That's when the family business was open for business, pumping it out. Now, what are they selling? What is their product? Okay, and people say, oh, well, Jared Kushner made deals as Trump's son-in-law. Yeah, but Jared Kushner also had a business before coming into politics. These people were already rich. The Trump family was already rich. They don't need your money. They don't need other people's money. This is what's so important about Trump being independently wealthy.
And we know what they're selling. We know what the business has.
Right.
We know their
it's
stocks.
The Trump name. It's golf courses. It's all this shit. They got wine now. You know what I mean? Like they have so many things, but they always had that. The Bidens don't have anything like that. So this is what's suspicious. And this is how. So you open all these LLCs to conceal money from either the government or other people or a spouse or something like this. So this is how the shady business. This is how you avoid taxes, and then you open up a Swiss bank account. You transfer all your money over there. You can't be touched. This is like it's like straight out of the movies, bro. Like this is a mafia crime family. That's it. They're involved in murder, all of it. Anything you could think about the Italian mafia, probably drugs. Obviously, we know human trafficking from the southern border. So this is all placed.
It's important. It's very important. I'm shocked that people are not talking about this. This is fact. They're under real investigation. Believe it or not, this is worse than what, if they made a big scene when Trump was like, oh, investigated, he's indicted, but everybody's fucking quiet about fucking Biden. Now what, bro? See what I'm saying? It's fucking insane. This is tangible facts. This happened a day ago, 24 hours ago, and it was a press conference to the public.
Yep. And they laid it out with proof. This is what's different between all the investigations that Trump went through and what we're doing now is that they said they had evidence. They said they had proof that Trump was a Russian spy, that he colluded with Russia. They said that for 2.5 years, and then it turns out they didn't have any of that. They never had proof. Adam Schiff is a fucking liar. So what we have been saying is that we have the proof. Just give us someone in Congress that'll fight for it, that will make the FBI and the DOJ cough up what they do. Now, so what's so important about this whole thing is it all ties into the 2020 election, right? Because now, so the CIA and the FBI. So now also what we found out was that the CIA was helped to get that letter from the 51 intelligence officers that said that the Hunter Biden laptop was Russian disinformation. Now, why that was so important and why it's so important to know that now is that letter gave Joe Biden a talking point in the debates right before the election with Donald Trump, the second debate. Trump brought it up. He said, what's going on with your son's laptop? And Biden was like, oh, well, we got 51 former intelligence officers saying it's Russian disinformation, even from both political parties. He said Republicans and Democrats both said it in the CIA. Yeah, because the swamp is fucking real and the establishment is real. And this only proves our fucking point is that the FBI, the CIA, all the little three little shady little agencies, NSA, all teamed up to help Joe Biden to defeat Donald Trump, and then come to find out that there's a FD 120 form that is inside the FBI that lays out in 2018 a pay-for-play scheme involving a Romanian billionaire and Joe Biden in 2018, that the Romanian billionaire gave Joe Biden $1 million, okay, and Joe Biden changed his policy decisions in the United States. That is foreign registered, that he's a foreign agent at that point. You are working for a foreign government on behalf of a foreign government. So, right. So now what's so important is that the FBI knew that. The CIA knew that before he ran for president against Donald Trump. So they picked a known corrupt politician that was taking money from foreign governments, and not just Romania. That's just the one we know of. Obviously, we know about Ukraine and his son working in Burisma. That was a whole money laundering thing right there for influence, because then they turned around and started drilling for more natural gas in Ukraine as soon as his son started working for the natural gas company in Ukraine. And who paid for that? The tax dollar paid for that.
God,
so this is what we're talking about. So now all this webs, you know, and it's hard to get. You get bogged down in the everyday, you know,
and entertained by something else. Now the FBI is saying that the mass shootings and they're propping Latinos as Nazis. Bring that in, dog, because that's an that's how you get distracted off what the fuck's happened with Biden.
And see that they knew that this was coming on Wednesday. That
exactly
coming, right. So they've been doing for like a week and a half. So like as soon as they found out, boom, a fucking mass. We had the strangulation on New York City subway, right? Jordan Neely, right? That was like a George Floyd 2.0.
BLM fucking trying to fucking take over New York, yes.
But it was the same thing as the three cops standing over George Floyd not doing anything.
Yeah,
the one guy
distraction.
And a black guy and a Spanish guy is the same exact setup, bro.
Hey, fool, dog, the same book. I mean, the same trick from the book. It's the same fucking trick from the book. Exactly. It's just it's a
we
fucking
had that,
psyop,
right?
dog.
And then after that, we had the Texas mall mass shooting. And then like an hour later, we had the guy running over a bunch of migrants in Texas at the border.
Dog, you know why? They know that the media is going to go for what's hot because of ratings. And Biden's ratings are so down right now, they don't want to fucking conform. They don't want to give the information what's happening with Biden. People are not going to want to look and tune in. They want their numbers up. They want to sell Kotex. They want to sell fucking tampons. They want to sell these Pepsi commercials. And the only way to do it is to get people to fucking tune in. And how do you tune in? Get that fucking psyop. Make sure you have the cameras there. Get people killed. And boom, put it on the news and blow it the fuck up. That's all it is.
And you know it's a psyop because how quickly. So the trans shooter that murdered the 6 kids in the Christian school, we still don't know what her background was, what her motivation was.
God save her soul.
But in fucking 5 hours, they knew where the kid was from, what gang he was in, that he was a neo-Nazi. They scrubbed his social media. They had the whole narrative set up, but they got sloppy and they did it too fucking quick because none of it makes sense. Because supposedly he had Nazi tattoos that look like they're brand new. Okay, they look like or like they were painted on. And then not only that, but he had a cartel gang tattoo on his hand. So what is it, bro? Are you a Mexican drug cartel member or are you a neo-Nazi?
You're a neo-Nazi Mexican cartel member.
You can't be both, bro. I'm telling you right now. So they got sloppy with that. So then we find out that
Jesus Christ.
People online were saying that he was connected to this neo-Nazi group. But come to find out that the picture they were using was actually out of a newspaper from 10 years ago that had nothing to do with what they were talking about. So like, and then he had a bunch of memes on his profile. And he was on like a Russian social media site, right? This guy supposedly doesn't speak Russian, it's not Russian,
like a Discord channel thing, right? Where people
like
talk,
but for Russians, right? And then so on that, all of a sudden he had a massive meme dump, like a couple hours before the shooting, about a bunch of racist posts, right? But nobody interacted with him, nobody saw him. He never posted before. It was his first post ever on that fucking platform. Like, bro. You can't tell me. And like, as soon as it happened, you already know. Like, you know what I mean? Like, anytime the guy just jumped out of his car and started shooting random people. He shot white people. What kind of
probably is a victim of? He's probably a victim of MK Ultra. They had him fucking a sleeping agent, right? And then they activated his ass, and then boom, they used him as a psyop.
Or they just hold his family hostage, saying we're gonna kill your family if you don't do this. You know what I mean?
Because people get fed and they eat just the cover portion of the fucking cake. They just want the first layer, right? And our attention spans are only 30 seconds, dog. You get fucking, that's a juicy fucking thing, whatever, the story. Oh, you got the details from fucking Fox. Okay, move to the next one. And your attention span, you're already programmed to only soak in so much information. You're not going to do the digging unless it's fucking flashing news one. And now, to switch it up, talking about the media, Tucker Carlson, we got to touch on three more things. Tucker Carlson, Twitter, Donald Trump's last night, fucking the interview, and one last thing in the border. So let's Close this one right
Rapid
here. Right.
fire. Rapid fire.
So this is it. Tucker Carlson is fucking back on Twitter, and that's not covered by a lot of media outlets. What's going on with him? How the fuck did he get his comeback? This is crazy.
So it's genius, because he's technically in a contract still with Fox. Now Fox is going to try to hold him up as long as possible. And it's funny. Remember on your episode, I said I bet you it was in the Dominion settlement was to fire Tucker. I said that on your podcast. It's on my story right now. A day later, it was leaked that in fact was true. That was just it was just me like guessing about what was going on. That they confirmed it. So Dominion got
prophetic.
Bro. I mean, once you're paying attention, bro, that's it, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You can see the patterns, right? It's like reading stocks.
Absolutely. It's all pattern recognition. That's all it is. It's all pattern recognition. So now, so Tucker, so technically he can't go sign with another cable, show because or another network because he's still on a contract. Now, Fox wanted to lock him up until after the fucking 2024 election. So what is he gonna do? He's allowed to use Twitter. He's a fucking free man. You can't tell him he can't use Twitter. So what he's gonna do is he's just gonna put his show on every night. An hour a night. He's gonna jump on Twitter, just like a live feed, I guess, just raw dog straight up. And now he's gonna be uncensored, untethered. Twitter doesn't really censor anymore. He's gonna be able to say whatever he wants, bro. And then he released that video. Like he said, bro, he just called out the media. All of the things that I wanted him to say while he was
in Fox, a very professional manner. Very well
right, and he knows that, bro. Like he's like a Trump of the media.
He uses his tactics, their speeching patterns and everything, but for our side. Yeah,
exactly. He's like a Trump of the media. He's like an insider. He was a part of the club for a while. Now we saw what the club was looking like, and now he's gonna call him out. And that's what we need, bro. Like, I don't care what he does in his personal life. If you like him, you think he's a man's not a racist, bro. He just says what's on his mind. And anybody that speaks their mind, they call a racist. So that's just what
absolutely. I've been called that last night. We're gonna switch out to the border crisis. It's all over the fucking news, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm a Latino and I'm ashamed to be called myself, not to call myself a Latino, but what Latino people are doing. And by all means, I'm not generalizing. I'm not saying all Latin people coming from the border are not looking for a better. These families, some families, I want to say 60% of the people that are coming here to this country do need asylum because, they have problems in their country, or they're just looking for a better future for their kids, dog. I understand that shit. You know what? Like Donald Trump says this. They were calling me a Latin racist. I got some DMs because of the fucking video I posted. I said, this is Trebles Garcia from Paranoid Podcast, and again, this is me speaking right now at this moment. This is me saying this. This is not Flash. I want to state that out there right now. Right. Doug, I don't give a fuck. You want to come in through the country, come through the door. Come through the legal processing, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. The point is that I said that shit. I put it up on the fucking Instagram. Still there. People haven't reported it, and they came at me. Two people came at me. They're like, "Hey Joe, you can't be saying that. You were my friend, but I don't want to call you my friend anymore because Dick, you're a Latino. You're supposed to stand." Like, no, I'm not supposed to stand in anything that feels wrong. And like I said on that fucking same video, this is social media. And if I can't show myself, express myself in these media sites, then why the fuck do I have them? What are they for? So fuck that shit. I'm gonna say what I think and what I feel. Just like you have your opportunity to do that here in this episode on your shit, and like they have their opportunities to do it in their own fucking social media sites. Same thing, right? So yeah, the border crisis is going crazy. They're gonna lift the fucking title. What is it? Title 400?
Title 42.
42.
They're gonna 10 hours.
In 10 hours, and it's already chaotic, and they're understaffed, and Texas is the only one that has a secluded unit of military strength to support and protect Texas, while in Florida, DeSantis is putting out fucking kicking out all the Latinos out there that are working illegally. Dog, I'm like, dog, this is going crazy from within and from the out. The problem is this is like I was telling you. It's so fucking embarrassing because you're asking for asylum with a rock in your hand. No. Wait. Like, what are you? Are you the assault? The aggressor, or you're getting aggressed on? Like, how are you looking for asylum with a rock in your hand, shooting up and hitting up and fucking kicking and screaming, jumping over fences and not waiting for your turn? Nah, fuck that shit, bro. That's not actually. But these are the people you want to let into the fucking country. Fuck that shit. You call me a Latino racist, call me whatever the fuck you want. I'm gonna call it how I see it, just like Donald Trump did. Like I'm saying a lot of things that a lot of Latino a lot of Latino family members out there, a lot of Latino men, fucking homeowners, people that have working hard in this fucking country, that have came to this country and gotten their papers and still work hard and pay their taxes and don't have only anchor babies and not on own fucking welfare. A lot of the fucking Mexican or Latino family members, they know what the fuck I'm saying. They all think it. They're just too fucking scared to fucking say it. I'm saying it. It's the fact, bro. So don't come over here to the border. The point is this. And also, I'm not against immigration. I'm against the immigration policies by our fucking, and the way the government is fucking dealing with it. So go ahead, bring me some topics on that, bro.
Well, I mean, yeah, because I mean, it's not humane. You know what I mean? This open border policy, we're seeing what's happening. More migrants have died in the last year than they did all 4 years combined under Donald Trump. So you can't tell me that putting a kid in a detention center waiting to find out where his parents really are is
Yo,
less
yeah,
humane
the
than
video you
letting
sent me,
them
bro.
get trafficked. Yeah. I said
87,000 kids, right? Okay, that was
Yep.
85K when we had our episode. But let's check this out.
Mhm.
There's one sponsor for 15,000 kids. How does one caregiver hold 15,000? And this is what's happening. The kids
Yep.
are going. Minors are coming in groups by coyotes. The coyotes are bringing them in. The cartels are bringing them in. The patrols picking them up, and they have one sponsor for what? Fucking 300, 400, 1,000, 200, 2,000 kids for one sponsor. How does that work? And is the government giving them money? How are you holding? And what's happening is through these fucking shell companies, you might even have these fucking kids at the sweatshop.
Yep.
Whoa! I just connected those dots. Crazy.
We're in the middle. Our government is the middleman in the sex trafficking operation, in a child sex slave labor operation. We are the middleman, and we're funding it. We're oiling the gears with tax dollars. That's what's going on. Right. And so now this is why they fought so hard, because this is what they want. They want this. You know,
Yeah.
the Democrat Party, the deep state, is ran by the big corporations. They want the cheap labor, even if it's not children labor, it's cheap. You know, with all the men coming over here, you're seeing middle-aged men, military-aged men, 18 to 45. You're seeing a lot of single men, not with their families, or a lot of unaccompanied minors. So now with this lifting of Title 42, there's already 700,000 to 1 million ready to rush the border. There's like 200,000 in Mexico ready to go.
All types of races, all types of countries. And the worst thing about this, whatever I was mentioning in the fucking behind the scenes with you in our DMs, is this is how you get an invasion. You have military members, Chinese nationalists trained to use guns, to go to fucking states where it's so easily to purchase a gun, not only legally, but fucking through the streets, burned weapons, and they know how to use them. And guess what's gonna happen? Look, I might just be using my imagination or maybe I'm overstimulated, but you know what, bro? It's Red Dawn, bro. It's been told in the movies. It's telling us what the fuck is gonna happen, and the wars are gonna be from within. Within 10 hours that this shit drops, mark my words, watch one of these fucking guys shoot somebody. And what I mean guys is the border patrol, the military, go on a fucking killing spree. Somebody's gonna get shot. If they don't control the fucking border today, right now, in the next 10 hours, someone's gonna get shot. And mark my words, watch it happen. Tomorrow morning when this episode drops, watch the news and then watch that shit happen. Someone's gonna get shot, dog.
I mean, that's just bound to happen, and they want the chaos. The deep state thrives in chaos. Because now while we're paying attention at the border, what's going on over here? You know what I mean? They're probably gonna be passing laws, executive orders, and we're all focused on the border. We're not gonna be talking about the Biden crime family, that all that information that just came out. We're gonna be talking about Title 42 and the humane crisis at the border. And they allowed this to happen. You know what I mean? It's the same thing with the debt ceiling. They're doing the same thing. Joe Biden didn't fucking debate for 97 days with Speaker McCarthy about raising the debt limit. And now, we want to raise it, but we want to make some cuts. And we always do that. We always make cuts before raising the debt limit. And now they're holding that out because they want that crisis, so they can blame that on Republicans and then say, look, the economy is really crashing because we didn't pass the debt limit. It's just it's all manipulation. It's all social conditioning. We're being desensitized to a lot of all this shit. Especially the kids in classrooms. They're being desensitized sexually with that. We're being desensitized.
We just fucking dropped that episode, fuck school on all that good shit. Yeah.
About people getting high in the middle of the shit. It's all about desensitizing us. Now,
Bro.
just the same way they desensitized us from $1.87 gasoline. Now they got us fucking desensitized to $5 gasoline.
Exactly.
That's normal. That's how they mentioned.
They mentioned COVID. What was the guy? I know he's like a senator representative. He said we finally passed the bill. It's going to go through the Senate now, and they're gonna pass this bill where they're gonna declassify all the information that the government has on COVID-19. What happened? Nobody's talking about it because we're desensitized. Nobody wants to hear COVID-19 anymore. We're fucking sick and tired of hearing getting stuck at home, hearing shots, and hearing vaccine. You hear these three topics, dog. You're right away. You go into a fucking shell mode. I'm at work, bro. I deal with people every single fucking day. I'm in sales. I'm speaking with all types of races, sizes, and colors, and smarts, and millionaires, and I'm talking to all types of people. When they mention anything that has to do with pandemic, they're like, yeah, that time was weird. Like people are waving off. So whenever there's news that even they're gonna get declared, it doesn't even matter if it's good or bad news. As soon as they hear anything that has to do with COVID, wave it off. You know what I'm saying? But the truth is, we're here at Paranoid Radio Podcast with Flashy_News 1, and we're going to bring you the fucking facts. They're going to bring out and declassify all the information of COVID-19 and the origins of COVID-19. And we're going to fucking know what the fuck's happening. No, what the fuck happened. And the biggest crime on humanity since, like, I want to say probably World War II.
Yeah, maybe even ever, in a lot of ways, what it did to the economy, what it did to our society, you know what I mean? It's it's
Our
tyranny.
mental
That's what
health.
it did. Yeah,
Mhm.
all of it, bro.
Yeah.
We'll be feeling the effects for, the next 50 years from it, at least.
Yeah. To finalize this episode, I want you to give us your final dose of energy and let us know, where should we focus on? What do you recommend? What is your prophetic calling for the future? What do you think is going to happen in the next couple of days over the weekend? Give it to us raw.
I think the psyops are going to continue. I've always said the more truth that comes out about the deep state, the more
Terrorist
they're going.
attacks through the border.
Yeah, I mean that's absolutely a possibility. I think they're going to use the border for all the distraction that it's worth. They're going to use it for, there's going to be, people dying. There's going to be more overdose. That, like, it's going to be so much chaos. But through this is the storm, though. It's hard to fathom this, but
Dude, the
it has
border.
it has
Sorry
to
to
be this.
interrupt. The border crisis is such an emotional tie with everybody, because you have people that don't want anybody coming through the border in a negative manner, like for example, myself. And then you have people that came through the border and they're connected to that experience, and they want people to come through the border. So they know that there's gonna be an emotional reaction. Hence, attention spans only on the border, while Biden gets away with murder or kids trafficked. It's fucking crazy, dog. It's insane.
And it's not about helping these people. Like, the deep state network card, they're using these people to change the demographic in this country. They want permanent Democrat voters. So you just convince these people that you get them here, you give them the right to vote, and then you convince them that they have to vote blue to get a paycheck and to stay in this country. And then boom, you got 22 million new voters. The biggest gap between a president ever winning is 17 million. Ronald Reagan beat his opponent by 17 million. So if you add 22 million more blue voters, you never lose another nationwide election ever again.
This is how you create majorities and minorities. They're trying to majoritize that type of fucking political party through giving these people asylum, which again is not wrong. It's just the way they're doing it and the reasons they're doing it. It's wrong. Now they're gonna have these people, for example, in LA. You know what the majority of people in LA is?
Already, it's already
Latino based.
and illegals, illegal immigration, illegal immigrants on that. That's why they're going to hire non-citizens to be cops, because it's just the majority of people are non-citizens.
Example one, it hits the fucking spot. That's what they want in every other city, so that they can manipulate the numbers. You let in enough people, that's what's going to happen. That is right. Flash and Flash_News1. Let them know where they can find you. This is a Flashy Friday emergency broadcast episode dropping right now. Let them know, Flash.
How to do it, man. Yeah, I'm over on Instagram, Flashy_News1. I'm also on Truth, Flashy_Truths. That's just kind of my backup in case my IG goes down. I'm still going to be pumping out my daily stuff. And Godspeed to everybody. Patience, persistence. That's my advice.
That's right. That's right. All right, David Flash. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for tuning back in. This is Paranoid Radio Podcast. Find him on Flashy_News1 on Instagram, Flashy_News1 on Instagram. And by any chance, if you can't find him, you can also find him on paranoidradio.com. That's right. See you guys next time.